Well, welcome back to the channel. Hi, my name is Mike, and I got a noisy rooster back here. He'll just keep screaming and screaming and screaming. But I do have a collar on him to keep him to tone him down a little bit, and so I can do the video. And then after that, I'll take it back off of him. But what we got here is a Troy Bilt horse. Is what this one is. It's a 7 horsepower. It's got a you call it an industrial commercial engine on it. These run around, I would say around 2,500, something like that. Now, what I did, I just picked it up off of Facebook, or actually Marketplace. That's what we want to call it. So I bought it off of there, and they needed a couple of things. They need some seals put in it, different things, just little odds and ends and stuff was kind of missing on it. You have to change those seals in the wheels every once in a while. Once you get you can get your wheels, your rims and stuff off. It's easier to change those. You don't have to split the whole thing. You can just pull that seal out and replace it. They still sell lots of parts for these. You can buy them off of eBay. Amazon has them too. And of course, a lot of other small engine shops. A lot of their seals are the same on a lot of different models, not just the Troy Bilt. As long as you got the number off, you can probably pick them seals up anywhere. Okay, this one here is the little Super Bronco. It's a counterclockwise. That one's clockwise. So the difference in one turns forward when it digs into the ground, and the other one turns the other way, opposite it, backwards, counterclockwise. This is really good after the ground's broke up. Now they tell you, this is the main machine that breaks the ground up. It does, but it's so light. I mean, if this thing was as heavy as that one, it would probably do that. I have better luck breaking ground up with this thing because it's 3 times heavier than what this one here is. They get really expensive. The price on those get really high. Like this one here can go up in the $2,000 range. This was almost, well, it was around $1,000 range is what it was new. But they're nice to have. Now I use the 2 different tillers for a reason. One, I'll use it beginning of the year to till up the ground after it's set all winter long. The ground gets kind of tough, and so it makes it a lot easier. And then I use this one here during the summer when I have my plants in the ground, and you just kind of go between the rows and tiller it up that way. So it makes it nice having 2 different tillers. If you can get 2 different tillers, I mean, it's great to have if you do a lot of gardening. I like a garden. I've been doing it since I was very young, and I've been enjoying it for many, many years. And I always like to plant something. We do have a small greenhouse. We do plants. Sometimes we'll sell them, like vegetable plants. I don't think we're going to mess with it this year. But every one of these, when you buy them, they're going to leak. Oil's going to leak on them somewhere. They're just not meant to not leak. This one here was brand new. It wasn't no more than, I don't know, maybe I used it 3 times, and it started leaking. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's up in here, it's leaking. I lost a pin on it. That's why the cover in the back's not on it. But you say $1,000, that's a lot of money. You wouldn't think it have that, stuff, but that's just the way it is now. But it's still a nice tiller. I hate to use it. I do have pretty nice sized garden. I don't have one really big, but it's a lot of fun. But we're going to try to get these things started. Now, they've been stored up all winter, so they haven't been ran at all. So that's what we're going to do. Now, what I do in the wintertime, like in the late fall when I get done, I winterize these, so I put stuff in them, and then also drain the gas tanks. If I can drain the gas tank, I'll take all gas out of the tank and dry it, get it all drained. And then also put something in the carburetor, a little lubricant or something, so it can last on the winter, because once they get clogged up, it costs a little bit to get them fixed. Same with this one here. We had to kind of run it in. We put a mixture in the gas. You can buy stuff, and it's still got a little bit of gas in it. And we're going to run it a little bit, and then we're going to turn around and drain that, and then put some fresh gas in it. But this one has nothing in it. So let's go ahead and see if we can get these things started. Okay. And then we need to let them sit a little bit and run, and we're getting ready to till a garden for the season. So, okay, the first one will be this one here, this small one. It's a little dirty and dusty. It's been sitting in the barn there. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Let's see which way it goes. Yeah, that way. I'm going to go this way. switch it. Okay, let's put a little bit of something in that. Let me go ahead and move this one back, or move it back here a little bit. Give me some room. So make sure my switches, I think, stop is back here, so that should be on. And I always buy a little bit of starting fluid at the beginning of the year so I can get these things started. Come on. There it is. The filters are pretty simple on these. They just set up on the top like this. Just pop them off. This is going to be cleaned out and stuff, but we're going to go ahead and get it started. It's actually stuff in there, but all right, let me see if I can get that thing started over here. Okay, what you see in there is the stuff that I winterize it with. There's a can of stuff that you can just put in here. You run it a little bit, suck it down into the carburetor, and it's going to smoke like that because it's an oil type resin that keeps the corrosion out of that carburetor. So that makes it really nice. So let's pull this one off this side. That wasn't too hard. We're going to leave it over here. And then go ahead and get the big boy over here. Now this one's going to need a little bit of gas in it because I took it all out. I drained it because you always have a problem with these tanks. Every one I've ever had, these tanks, they leak a little bit down in the bottom. So I just go ahead and change it or take the gas clear out of it. Okay, we got plenty of gas in it, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and let's get this cover off of here. Might as well get the cover off of it. It's been dry. Now, this one here, let's see, put it up here. It has a little screw on the top of this one, and kind of holds down this. This has all been replaced last year. That one needs cleaned out. I didn't get to replace that filter in that one. Come on, there you go. Thing's stuck in there. There we go. Yeah, I just bought that one. We updated it, so let's put it down in here, and we're going to put a shot of this starter fluid in it. So if you got something sitting around, there's really no sense pull starting it. Try your best, but I guess it has a choke here on the side, and then my gas is leaking again. Where's leaking at? Don't matter how many times you buy those things. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start them up here a little bit and just let them run. Oh, probably maybe about 10 minutes or something like that to get some of that oil and stuff that I winterized it for both of these, and just let them run. And then we're gonna put them away, and then we're getting ready to till the garden up. It's a little cool out now, but here in another week or so, it should be about ready to go ahead and start getting the first time, you know, to get it tilled up the first time. So it won't be much longer before we'll be able to get it ready. So, well, if you got any comments, just leave them down below. If you have subscribed to the channel, please do. And the thumbs up, the like button, we'll appreciate that. Helps the channel out a lot. And you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.